geobyte.
Dear students, look at the another question. Try to read it clearly. It is asking like this. A particle is moving with constant speed in a circular path. A particle is moving with constant speed in a circular manner. When the particle turns by an angle 90 degrees, the ratio of instantaneous velocity to its average velocity is given. The ratio between the instantaneous velocity and average velocity is given pi by x root 2. Okay. Then the value of x is, what is the value of x? That is the question. Okay. Since the circular path is followed by the particle with constant speed, right? Now look at the initial position of the particle. Let A be the initial position of the particle. It is moving in a circular path of radius r. It is turned by 90 degrees. That means the particle is moving from A to B. The angle turned by the particle is 90 degrees. That is the angular displacement. Of course, that 90 degrees is equal to pi by 2. That I can write as angular displacement. Okay. That angular displacement dividing by time is giving the right what angular velocity. Okay. Now first let us decide the instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity, that is instantaneous linear velocity, VINST is equal to r omega, where r is the radius of the circular path. Okay. Now let us decide the average velocity. Average velocity is equal to displacement displacement of the particle dividing by the time taken. The time taken. Here displacement can be decided like this. You try to join A and B. You try to join A and B by a straight line. I am joining the A and B by a straight line like that. That straight line length itself is the displacement. Okay. So that straight line length I can find like this. The right, so that is looking like a right angle triangle. It is like this. This is the A, this is the B, a radius R. The straight line is marked like this. This is the straight line. Okay. Then AB whole square equal to Pythagoras theorem is equal to R square plus R square is equal to 2R square. 2R square. Then what is the AB value? AB equal to R root 2. That is the displacement. Okay. Now let us decide the time taken. As you know, the time taken is equal to angular displacement. Right? As you know, angular velocity omega equal to angular displacement dividing by the time taken. From this time taken equal to angular displacement dividing by angular velocity. Here what is angular displacement? Angular displacement is 90 degrees. That is equal to pi by 2. pi by 2, right? Into omega, pi by 2. Okay. That is the time taken. Here displacement is r by r root 2, r root 2 dividing by time taken pi by 2 omega. It is equal to 2 omega r root 2 dividing by pi. That is the average velocity. But it is asking the ratio between the instantaneous velocity and average velocity. Instantaneous velocity omega into r, average velocity 2 omega r root 2 dividing by pi. This pi goes up, omega r part is cancelling, omega r is cancelling. It is equal to pi by 2 root 2, pi by 2 root 2. But the given value is V instantaneous, given value is V instantaneous by V average is equal to what? Pi by x root 2, x root 2. Then compare these two for deciding the x value. Therefore, x equal to 2, x equal to 2. I hope you got my point. Look at the options. Option A itself is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? Yes. Then let us take the another question. Try to read it clearly. It is asking like this. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion and the other is labeled as reason. Assertion is given like this. Assertion statement is when a body is projected at an angle 45 degrees, its range is maximum. That is true because range equal to u square sine 2 theta by g. If theta equal to 45 degrees, 45 degrees, then 2 theta is becoming 90 degrees. Sine 90, sine 90 degrees equal to 1. Then R maximum equal to u square by g. Okay. Anyhow, assertion statement is absolutely correct. Look at the reason. For a maximum range, the value of sine theta should be equal to 1. Yes, the value of sine theta should be equal to 1. So, in the light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the options given below. Option A, here assertion is correct, reason also correct. Reason is giving the correct explanation for A. Then look at the option A. A is false. No. Both are true. A is true, but R is false. No. B also not correct. Both A and R are correct. And R is giving the correct explanation of A. Option C is absolutely correct. Assertion statement is correct. Reason statement is correct. Reason is giving the correct explanation for A. Therefore, option C is correct. Understood clearly? Yes. Then let us take the another question. Try to read it clearly. It is asking like this. A child stands on the edge of the cliff 10 meters above the ground and throws a stone horizontally with an initial speed 5 meters per second. Neglecting the air resistance, the speed with which the stone hits the ground will be in meter per second. It is like this, right? A person is there, right? Person is there at the top of the what tower or cliff. This height is given. This height is given. How much it is given? 1 minute. This height is given 10 meters. 10 meters. So here it is 10 meters. So h equal to 10 meters. It is throwing the object with a velocity u equal to 5 meter per second. Dear friends, remember, horizontal velocity remains same. Horizontal velocity remains same. Remains same. Okay. That means the Vx is equal to Ux is equal to 5 meter per second. Okay. But Uy equal to 0. There is no vertical component of velocity initially. But Vy equal to what? Vy equal to or Vy square equal to Uy square plus 2gh. Since Uy is 0, Vy square equal to 2gh. 2gh. 2 into g is taken as 10, h is 10. It is 200. That is the Vy square. Then what is the net velocity? A net velocity, net final velocity. Let me write it clearly. Net final velocity v equal to v equal to vx square plus vy square. It is equal to vx square. Vx equal to 5. Then vx square equal to 5 square, 25. It is 25 plus vy square 200. It is equal to root under 225. It can be written as root over 15 whole square. So it is equal to 15 meter per second. That is the answer. Understood clearly? Yes. Then look at the another question. It is asking like this. A stone of mass 1 kg is tied to end of a massless string of length 1 meter. If the breaking tension of the string is 400 newtons, here the breaking tension is nothing but centripetal force only. Here breaking tension equal to centripetal force. Centripetal force that is given as 400 newtons. 400 newtons. The maximum linear velocity the stone can have without breaking the string while rotating in the horizontal path. Here mass of the system given 1 kg and it is having the massless string length. Length is nothing but here radius r equal to 1 meter. What you are asked to find? What is the maximum linear velocity for avoiding the breaking? Very simple. This centripetal force, this centripetal force must be equal to mv square by r. mv square by r. 400 is equal to m is 1, v square divided by r equal to 1. That means v square equal to 400. Then v equal to 20 meter per second. That is the what maximum velocity for withstanding the stone while it is rotating without breaking. Option A itself is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? Yes.
Geobyte.